Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this very quick one. It's going to be a very quick one. Please like and share as you join us. Like and share to other platforms, share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you so that we can be able to reach to as many people as possible. Our purpose here is to make sure that every Biafran is getting the necessary information they're supposed to get, making sure that none of us is pushed aside, making sure that we are getting the right information at all times. So I advise every Biafran that has connected to this program to please kindly like and share. Share it to your nearest neighbor. Share to those who are around you so that this information can get to where it needs to get to. I wish everyone that is watching a very happy Sunday. It is a very beautiful day for those of us who are Christians. I wish all of you a very wonderful Sunday. Remember, Sunday is a time that Christians go to their various churches to worship. And if you have gone to the church today, I hope you prayed for us as Biafrans. That is one thing you must not forget. Whenever you get to anywhere, at any point in time, in your prayers, whether you are a Christian, whether you are Jewish, whether you are a traditional believer, always make sure you remember Biafra in your prayers, because the challenges we are facing is huge. And we cannot continue to pretend that all is well when there are so many challenges we are facing. We must be bold enough to stand up for everything that is happening today and propagate the gospel of Biafra. It does not matter what our enemy says. It doesn't matter how they feel about us. That will not make us to change our stand. That will not make us to change whom we are. We are Biafrans. Unapologetically, we are Biafrans. And Biafrans we will continue to be. Do not get distracted. There is nothing wrong in somebody demanding for his or her own freedom. It is not a crime for someone who have come of age to be on his or her own, to decide to be on his or her own. It is not a crime. Do not allow anybody to talk you into believing that it is a crime to be whom you are supposed to be. Do not allow anybody to talk you into believing that there is something wrong in defending yourself. There is nothing absolutely wrong in defending yourself. It is your right to do so. And in doing so, you have to do it with all your strength. Because we have seen the world that we live in today is still survival of the fittest. If you don't do things for yourself, nobody's going to do it for you. That is why anywhere you find your face, you must stand up to the occasion. As many Biafrans are standing up today to demand for their freedom, against all odds, against all attacks, we will continue to do so. So wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama to continue to stand up to the enemies. Today is Sunday. We have gone to our various churches to pray on Sunday. And what we have to do is that wherever we find ourselves, we carry the gospel of Biafra and run with it. Do not allow anyone to distract you or deceive you. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are across the world, do not allow the challenges of today to weaken you. Let the challenges make you stronger. Let the challenges make you focus. More especially those of us in Biafra land, wherever you are in Biafra land, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama to hold your breath. Be very careful where you go. Be security conscious at all times. Our enemies are not relaxing. They are not sleeping. Our enemies are raising their ugly head from every corner, from all angles. The challenges are getting higher and tougher every day. But are we going to run away because of the challenges? Certainly not. We cannot run away because of the challenges. We will continue to pursue our freedom, which is the right thing to do. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching from, I want to remind you also that tomorrow is going to be a sit at home. Our sit at home continues on the 3rd. Our sit at home continues unstopped. We have to continue to do everything humanly possible in our own way to make sure that our voice is heard. The civil disobedience in Biafra land will continue from tomorrow. And it is important that every Biafran pay attention. Don't say you are not told, don't say you are not warned. The warning has come long before now. If you decide to play into the hand of the enemy, you will have yourself to blame. Obedience is better than sacrifice. The sit at home is something that the Biafran people have bought into and agreed as a means of expressing themselves, as a means of delegitimating Nigeria. We know that in Nigeria you cannot protest. In Nigeria you cannot even ask for your rights. In Nigeria they will not give you that space to speak. The only means we have to communicate is the sit at home, and nobody can take away that voice from us. You must not allow anybody, anywhere, to take away that voice from you. As we have all agreed to be sitting at home every Monday, tomorrow is another day. Biafrans has been doing very well, holding on to it up to this time. But I bet you our enemies are not relaxing. I saw a news, what the criminal in Anambra State is doing, Igbo. The Igbo in Anambra State have already taken more Igbo, added to the one he has smoked before. And he's unveiling another security outfit. And sometimes, don't you ask yourself, what is the essence of this security outfit? Every day, new security outfit, every day, new security outfit, and yet, the rate of insecurity is increasing in Anambra State. Yet, kidnapping is increasing in Anambra State. That means their purpose of creating the security outfit is not to protect the people. It's only for political purpose, for their selfish interests, and to continue to perpetrate their evil. Soludo have created so many security outfits since he came to Anambra State. He created the AVG. He created Ndakodo. And so many other towns groups have been created. And now he created a new one again, which I can't remember the name. And this is how they continue to create all the security outfits for their own selfish interest, for political interest and political gain. Their purpose has never been to defend Biafra land or to protect Biafran people. That is why the more they create these security outfits, the more insecurity increase. And they will not ask themselves questions. We have challenged them to allow us to secure Biafra land. Give us 2 weeks and see if you will continue to see insecurity in Biafra land. That challenge was put to them by the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. They never listened. They continue in their part where they are serving the Janjaweed and the British. And they think that with that, they can be able to swear us into their falsehood. None of them can drag us into their falsehood. The Biafran people, we know what we want. And we will continue to go for what we want until we have found it. It does not matter what the enemies are saying. It does not matter their propaganda or their blackmail. It does not matter how they push it. Whatever they try to do and how they do it, we will definitely overpower them. Wherever you are watching this program today, I ask you in the name of Chukwu Abiyama to pay attention. When we are talking about our freedom, it is not about an individual. It is not about a person, not about a man or a woman. I am here speaking for our freedom and for our future. I am here speaking and supporting the United States of Biafra, which is a way to go. Anything short of that, I am not part of it. My support for Biafra is from the bottom of my heart. Whatever I'm doing to propagate the gospel of Biafra is not being done because somebody pushed me or somebody told me what to say. As I have said earlier on, and I've said many times on this platform, I have been an independent broadcaster for a very long time. And my purpose only and my aim is to propagate the gospel of Biafra. I'm not being paid for anything I do it for Biafra. I spend my own time, I spend my own money to make sure that this gospel gets to where it has to get to. And that is my own little contribution that I will continue to make until we are free. I know that the road is difficult, it's not easy. But at the same time, every one of us have to put our hands together and do what we have to do. Do not allow anybody to blackmail you. Do not allow anybody to push you into something that is not existing. Don't allow anybody to push you into something that is not obtainable. It doesn't matter who the person is. It is about Biafra and Biafra alone. It is not about any individual. It is not about any man or woman. Biafra is bigger than any person who will propagate himself as the Alpha and Omega. It doesn't work that way. We will continue to pursue the restoration of the independent state of Biafra as we are in it already declared on the 29th of November 2024. We are not going back. It is forward ever and backward ever. And for those of you who will be carried away with the blackmail and propaganda videos that are flying right, left, and center, do not be disturbed. Do not be discouraged. And do not be distracted. When I saw one of the videos that we are playing, that Master Simon Egba's lawyer was speaking from where and where, which I don't know. When I looked at that video, I was expecting the lawyer to first of all debunk the fact that the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, is the surrogate of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Egba. That was the first thing I was looking for. Because before you will say anything, and I was asking, is it not the same lawyer that was in the WhatsApp group or created a WhatsApp group where Dr. NgoziOrabueze was introduced as the surrogate of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Egba? I was expecting that person that claimed to be the lawyer of Mazi Simon Egba to debunk that first of all. Then we can start from there. But as long as you did not debunk that fact, that Dr. NgoziOrabueze remained the surrogate of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Egba, if Mazi Simon Egba wants to make communication, the right place to make communication is to the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, the COS. There is no other place information will come from. There is no other angle information will come from, except from the surrogate, which he himself appointed. So for anybody to come out and begin to insinuate that somebody somewhere was speaking on a voice message and that person claimed to be the lawyer of Mazi Simon Egba and he was sending a voice call, well, we have outgrown that nonsense. Biafra is not for an individual, it's not for a person, and Biafrans cannot be manipulated. Biafrans are not brainless people. We are all matured men and women that are pursuing the cause of Biafra, and we have our common sense. We have the right to take our decisions, and we know what to do, when to do, and how to do it. It does not matter what you say or what you bring out. You can only deceive those who are ignorant. You can only deceive those who do not have a word of their own. The pursuit of Biafra is an independent pursuit by every single one of us. One thing that unites us is that we are seeking for freedom. And our collective interest is to pursue freedom and get it. That is where we are focused. And we have found an umbrella through which we can be able to pursue that freedom and get it. The United States of Biafra. Under the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. And it stands that way. Under the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi today, that is where we stand and that is where we focus. If any changes have to be made, Mazi Simon Ekpa is going to join us, and when he comes around, we will hear from him directly. If you are under the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, you have nothing to fear. You have every right to be where you are, and you are on the right place. Because not based on what people are saying, I want you to apply your common sense from the structure. They talked about structure. The structure that Mazi Simon Ekpa let down, of which that lawyer was talking about in that video. They talked about structure. The structure that Mazi Simon Ekpa left is that the COS is the second in command. That is the structure. You cannot be telling me about structure and you are at the same time going against the structure. It's not obtainable. If anybody claims that Mazi Simon Ekpa said that, I wonder the Simon Ekpa he's talking about. Maybe not the one we know, or not the one that put down the structure. Maybe they have a different Simon Ekpa they are talking about. But if you are talking about the structure, going back to the structure, Mazi Simon Ekpa is in place. The only people that has to go back to the structure are those people who have fallen out, the fallen angels. The people that are supposed to be regarded as the fallen angels, every one of us know them. You know whom they are. We know the structure as it left. The structure trickles down from top to bottom. And we know how it goes. When Mazi Simon Ekpa was here and in his absence, all we need to do is to implement what he has put in place. So you cannot be telling me about structure. At the same time, you're going against structure. And as I said before, whenever you come across that video they are pushing around and peddling around, if you actually know what is happening and you've been following the event, your interest should be on debunking the fact that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is the surrogate of our Prime Minister. We saw the message that was sent out. We saw the WhatsApp note. We saw it. And up to this moment, none of them have come to deny it. And four major people, key people in this region of Biafra, we are in that very WhatsApp group. And in that WhatsApp, Dr. NgoziOrabueze was mentioned. We want you, first of all, if there is anybody who claims to be the lawyer of Mazi Simon Ekpa in that very audio that they were playing, should first of all debunk the fact that it is not, Mazi Simon Ekpa did not say that Dr. NgoziOrabueze should be his surrogate. If you first of all debunk that, and I don't even need anybody to debunk that, because following the structure which the person mentioned, the structure stipulates that in the line of duty, Dr. NgoziOrabueze is the next in line after the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So you cannot be telling me about the structure and you are speaking about a breakaway group, or you go to the breakaway group and ask the original structure to go and join the breakaway. It doesn't work that way. If there are any people that are going to make a move or have a shift, it is the breakaway people that will make a shift and join those who are standing on the structure, which are those who are with Dr. NgoziOrabueze. It is not difficult to know these things when they play out. It is not difficult to know these lies and propaganda and blackmail when they began to arrange it. All you have to do, if you are genuinely as a Biafran, you must put your eyes on the rising sun. If your eyes is focused on the rising sun, you can't be easily distracted. You can't be easily deceived. It doesn't matter what they say. It does not matter how they say it. It doesn't matter how they plan it. You will not be easily distracted. But when you are not paying attention, if you're not focusing your mind on the sun, rising sun, if you are building your strength or you're focusing on this to an individual, You can easily make mistake. You can easily make mistake. But I want you to know that Biafra is bigger than every single one of us talking about it today. Biafra is bigger than any single one of us that is speaking about Biafra. Biafra is bigger than us. The only thing we have to do is to support, to propagate the gospel, do what we have to do on our own way. We all have a responsibility in this journey. We all have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. I have a responsibility. And we must make sure that we pursue that responsibility and do what we have to do. That is the only thing. Do what you have to do. Do not allow anyone to sway you. Do not allow propagandas and blackmail. Do not focus your energy on an individual. It is not about any person. It is not about Mazi Nandekan. It's not about Mazi Simon Ekpa. It's not about DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. It is about the United States of Biafra, our freedom, our future. That is what it's all about. So whoever is standing in and pursuing that thing genuinely, every one of us should rally around and support that individual. That is why most of the time when I speak, I say, let us focus on building structure. When you build a perfect structure, there wouldn't be any problem. The structure is going to be managing itself. Anybody that steps into it, we know this is the road to follow. And you can't deviate. If you deviate, the law will catch up with you. And that is how it's supposed to be. But most times, we are much more interested in building strong men and strong women. We are much more interested in building powerful men and powerful women. And we allow our institution to die a natural death. This is the same issue with the Zoological Republic. In the zoo called Nigeria, you find out that they are building strong men and strong women. In the zoo, you find out that this is about individuals. They have come, the North will build themselves and build and surround themselves with criminals. The North will build somebody like Buhari and tell you Buhari is the only man that has integrity in the whole world. And the Northerners believed it. And all of them rally around him. They fight for him and they die for him. At the end of the day, he rendered them useless and brought insecurity to the highest level to them. The same thing, you go to the Southwest. They build a strong man in Tinubu. Today, the drug baron is in Asorok, causing havoc, creating hunger everywhere. And some people still believe that it is either Tinubu or not. In Nigeria, you have somebody like Obasanjo. They made him a strong man, that he will come out and speak, and whatever he says goes. He claimed to know everything, even when he knows nothing. Even when the world is against him, they build him and build him and build him, and he becomes a strong man that in everything they go to him to seek for solution, where there is no solution. In the same thing, they are still happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Today, they are building something like Peter Obi. They tell you that Peter Obi have a solution, but Peter Obi do not have any solution anywhere because he is an individual. If you continue to build individuals, you will continue to fail. They are building Peter Obi today. They rally around and they are building Peter Obi. They are raising him to the highest level. They are calling him the angel and the Messiah. How can you be a Messiah in a structure that have failed? And people don't learn with their mistake. This same Peter Obi they are projecting and praising today, forgotten that this man has been the governor of Anambra State. He was the governor of Anambra State, and as record by having, they said he did well. Then, after doing well in Anambra State, what happened after that 8 years? What next? Today, Anambra is the most insecure place in Nigeria. Anambra is the most destroyed state, economically and otherwise. Nothing is functioning in Anambra. This is the same state where the almighty Peter Obi was. And the president did well. It is not about an individual. When you continue to make leadership about an individual, you continue to build your people and refuse to build your institution, you will continue to fail. You will continue to fail. You will only do your work halfway. The next person will come and destroy everything that you have worked for, and you start from the beginning. That is not the kind of nation we want to build in Biafra. That is not the Biafra we want to build. We want to build a Biafra that we have an institution that is indestructible. It does not matter who goes in there. Even if you take a mad person and put him in that institution, the person will become sane immediately. It is possible. We can do it. It is 100% possible Build an institution that is going to be very, very standard. Whoever comes into it, whether a criminal, whether a child, whether a woman, whether a man, whether from any type of religion, you step into that institution. The institution itself will control you and remote you and direct you on what to do. All you need to do is to open the pages. Open the pages and begin to do your work. We will not build this another zoo where people will come and only be witch hunting their fellow politicians. It will all be about witch hunting, witch hunting, witch hunting. A new politician will come, it will destroy what the past one have done. New person will come and destroy what the previous person had done. That is not the kind of nation we want to build. And today, you can only lay a strong foundation when you start early from today. Start early from today. But today, look at in the restoration of Biafra that we're in, declarations have been made. And some people are feeling strong that they cannot be able to fall in line to the institution. Some people feel that they are too superior to work under a woman. Some feel that they are too superior to work under a tribe. Some feel that they are too superior to work under someone. It is not about you. It is not about your tribe. It is not about your tongue. It is not about your sex. It is not about your orientation. It is about our institution to defend and protect every single soul in the United States of Biafra. We are talking about defending the office of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. That office of the Prime Minister, it is you and I that put Mazi Simon Ekpa in that office. We gave him that office to hold. We voted for the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and gave him the office of the Prime Minister, which you and I created. That office of Prime Minister was not created or made for Mazi Simon Ekpa alone. It is an office for the Biafran people. And they gave Mazi Simon Ekpa charge over that office of the Prime Minister. And today, he is the one managing and minding that office. We have never found him wanting. We have never, ever found Mazi Simon Ekpa wanting in any way, in any manner. And that is why we must give him our utmost support. Every support you need, you must give him your support to make sure that the gospel of Biafra gets to where it has to get to. It is not an easy task. Challenges are going to come with it, as we are seeing today. Challenges are coming. And these challenges are not ordinary. The battle we are fighting about against some strong powers out there. The people we are up against, they have influence, they have money, they have connections. They have anything you can think about. And they can press a lot of buttons to step the hand of clock back for us. And that is what they just did. They can press buttons to step the hand of clock back for us. They can't stop us. As for stopping, they can't stop us. All they can do is to continue to delay us, as we are seeing today. The effort they made to stop Mazi Simon Ekpa from communicating to Biafrans is a very big blow. It is because of the silence of Mazi Simon Ekpa that we are almost standstill and we are dragging now. I want you to think with yourself, what could have happened if Mazi Simon Ekpa was with us, made that declaration by now? You know what would have happened. Biafra would have got more influence, home and abroad. Biafra would have gotten more support, home and abroad. It would have been amazing. We would have been on a very high scale today. But those we are up against, they know the importance of that declaration. They know what is going to happen after the declaration. And they came and put confusion. They drew that confusion, and they knew that the only way that they can be able to create that confusion is to remove Mazi Simon Ekpa from the picture. They know that the only way they can be able to stop us is to remove Mazi Simon Ekpa from the picture, and that was exactly what they did. They removed Mazi Simon Ekpa from the picture. And then, those who have sold their soul to the devil, it was very easy to reach them. Remember, just like the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he was a stumbling block. They did not want us to have that one person that speak and everybody will listen. They didn't want to hear somebody that can be able to unite the Biafrans across the world. When they saw the sign of unity, they saw the sign of unity and respect that Mazen Nandekano commanded. All hell break loose, home and abroad. The politicians were jealous of him. The Nigerian government as a whole were jealous of him. The traditional rulers were jealous of him. Governors were jealous of him. Even his own kingsmen were jealous of him because they saw the kind of respect he commands. Initially, they have planted so many kind of division, and they believe that the Biafrans can never be united. But when they saw that Mazen Nandekano have broken that barriers, that he was not only uniting the Biafrans, he was uniting also other regions. He was commanding respect from other regions. And so many of them could not be able to hide their shame, and they began to recognize him openly. They became jealous. They became scared. They did everything they could, and they took him away, including violating the international law to go to Kenya and kidnap him, brought him to Nigeria. Up to today, they are still violating that law. They don't care what will happen. They do not care about the consequence of their action. All they want to do is to make sure they take him out. As we speak, the detention of Mazen Nandekano is illegal. As we speak, the kidnap of Mazen Nandekano is illegal. The continued detention of Mazen Nandekano is illegal. Even with Nigerian law, not just international law, with Nigerian law, it is illegal. But this illegality is being accepted. If you come to their media, what you're going to be hearing them talking about media is to go and beg. Beg who? Beg who? In a country that is a law, and the law says, let this man go. And what you are now encouraging, go to their media. All those journalists, they have nothing to say. When people come to their media to talk about the freedom of Mazen Nandekano, they will be telling you to go and beg. Beg who? What are you begging? Why do you have to beg for your rights? Why do you have to beg for people to do what is right? It's been 4 years, 5 years going, and Mazen Nandekano is still there. Crime against humanity. But because he's an Igbo man, it does not amount to crime against humanity. Crime against human rights. But because he's an Igbo man, it does not amount to crime against human rights. The same thing is now gradually playing out in the issue of Mazen Nandekano. We are still watching. We are still watching. Mazen Nandekano is going to months now. It is going to months now. And they have silenced Mazen Nandekano. No comment and no information is brought out about him. You are not taking him to court. You just kept him silent. You just want to keep him silent, tell him not to talk, not to speak. And the only target is to make sure that the flocks scatter. All they know is that they will scatter the flocks, and the only way to scatter the flocks is to take away the shepherd. But I bet you Chukwu Okeke is going to give us another shepherd. He has already given us another shepherd. Chukwu Okeke have already given us another shepherd, a mother for that matter. And when women are in charge, you know, things happen. When women are in control, things happen, changes come. Chukwu Okeke will never leave us without a shepherd. The purpose of removing Mazen Nandekano is to make sure that what is happening today is happening. That was their purpose. To create chaos, to create misunderstanding, to create quarrel, to create that unnecessary competitions. That is what they targeted, and they succeeded. They succeeded. But I bet you, we are not relenting because Biafrans are not dumb. It's just only but a few minutes, just only but a few days, the truth will be out. And the Biafrans will fall in line and know which is which. We, the Biafran people, have passed this road for a very long time. And Biafran people are not dumb. We are not gullible the way people think we are. We are not gullible. Biafrans, it takes time for them to fall in line, but definitely they will fall in line. When they do, they are unstoppable. when the wave was blowing during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the wave was so heavy that people thought there would be no hope anymore. The breeze was so heavy during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was so heavy that it blew away strong men, strong women fell out. But at the end of the day, Chukwu Okike Abiama chose his disciple to paddle the ship. And look at where we are today. The United States of Biafra has been declared. And we are pursuing recognition. Recognitions are coming right, left, and center. And someone is coming suggesting that we should go back. And you in your dream, you think that suggestion is coming from Master Simon Ekpa. You think that Master Simon Ekpa could suggest that we go back to square one. This is a man that told you that he had a target. Master Simon Ekpa, he said he has a target, that he cannot fight for Biafra for 5 good years and yet nothing to show. And you think that man will now tell you go back after he has fought, got into declaration. Then you think he will now take you back again. And some of you are believing that lie. And some of you are listening to that lie and questioning that lie. It is a pity. It is a pity, but I think it is high time every one of us focus on the reality of today. Do not allow the propaganda and the blackmail of the enemies to get you. Do not allow. They are going to come from all corners and all angles, but don't allow them to get you. If you are in Biafra land, you must be very careful. Tomorrow, you sit at home. Be very, very careful. The enemies are coming. If you are in Anambra State, be very, very careful. Your security matters a lot. Your life matters a lot. It's not just about talking and making noise and jumping out. We want you to be alive and enter Biafra. The criminal in Anambra State that call himself Soludo or governor has no plan for you. Has no plan for me or anybody. He has no plan for us. He's only concerned with his business. And what is that business? His business is only to steal from us, to take that which belongs to us and make it his own property. Soludo has never come to secure Anambra State and will never do so. I want you to go back and check how many security outfits he has created since he became governor in less than 4 years. How many security outfits he has created. And yet, Anambra State is the most terrorized. Anambra State is much more insecure than other states. And some of us, you won't be surprised, because every of those security outfits he has formed has never been to protect our people. Every security outfit Soludo have formed has been to fight against our people. I played a video on my program where somebody was reporting from Anambra State, a group that Soludo formed to intimidate and oppress people called Akodo. He formed the Akodo, and their duty is not to chase the kidnappers. Their duty is not to chase the Fulani herdsmen who are in the bush beheading our people, raping our women, and destroying lives. Their work is not to stop kidnapping. Their work is to continue to extort Biafrans and terrorize Biafran people. Terrorizing Biafran people, that is what they have been doing and they continue to do. A security outfit formed by Soludo. And you think now he's going to give you something different. What he's bringing is going to be worse because he wants re-election. Every security outfit is forming today is for him to continue to hold to power, to complete his 8 years and walk away with his loot. That is all he's targeted at. That is the target. But you as a Biafran, you must be very careful, stay calm and stay strong. The only thing you have to do is to focus on supporting your government, the United States of Biafra government. Support the government of the United States to bring you your protection that you need, bring you your defense that you need. There is no other way we can survive this situation except by genuinely supporting our own. Every financial support you can give to the government, do so. The recruitment of the Liberation Army is still going, is still ongoing. Every state command is recruiting as we speak. All you need to do is to follow that email that was given, send in your application, and then you fall in line. Remember, anybody that gives you a form to fill, wrong, it is not for you. Anybody that gives you a form to fill, wrong. There is nothing like filling form. There is no form to join the Liberation Army. There is no form to join resistance fighters. Every application is made online. Once your application is being processed, people will now interview you on the ground. People will be sent to you to interview you, investigate you, and then you'll be sent in for training. After the training, you'll be placed on salary screen. You'll be receiving your salary directly from the government, not through a third party. You will have access to your money. Your payment will be made monthly to your own account directly. That is what the Biafran government is doing. That is what they are proposing, and that is what the structure that is at hand today. We must defend our land. Gone are the days when we talk about propagandas and blackmail. Gone are the days when you just come and make noise and that is it. No. There's no more time for noise making. There is no time for noise making. This is the time to fight the battle and fight it squarely. Fight it and get the winning. That is where we are. We have worked for a very long time, looked out for a very long time. For a very long time, we have been crying. We have been complaining for a very long time. There's no more complaint. It's no longer time for complaint. It's no longer time for petitions, for protests. No. It is time for action. And you are going to activate that action. That's why sometimes people will come on our comment section and will say, action, action. How do you want to see action when you are not supporting the government? You have forgotten that the government have no sponsorship yet. We have no sponsorship yet. There is no organization that is sponsoring the Biafra restoration. There is no government of the world that is sponsoring the Biafra restoration. Every single sponsorship today is being done by the Biafran people themselves. We sponsor ourselves, we move ourselves, we make provision for ourselves in all things that we do. And we have done marvelously well. The Biafran people, you that is in that comment section watching and sharing, you have done great. Every little contribution you make have achieved a lot, but we need to do more. We need to do more. Every one of us have performed wonderfully well in one area or the other, either by circulating the message, educating people, or by contributing financially or prayerfully or morally. Whatever you have been doing diligently that have brought us this far, continue to do it and double your effort. There is nothing that will stop us. We are already gone. We are already gone and gone for good. But I want you to know that good things doesn't come easy. The blackmailers will not stop easily. The enemies will not go without a fight. Remember when Mazen Nanikano told us how many $1 billion they mapped out against us to stop us. What do we have? How much do we have? The only thing we have is Chukwokokabia. The enemies we are fighting against, they took all our wealth and they are battling us with our own wealth from our own land. What they are using against us today is something that we own. Our own property is what they are using against us. But I bet you it is not going to be for too long. So wherever you are watching this program, I urge you in the name of Chukwokokabiyama to stay strong. Never give up. No matter what the enemies are saying, no matter what they do, no matter the propaganda and their blackmail, you must stay strong. Be focused, because victory is sure. We shall be victorious. Don't allow their propaganda and blackmail to distract you. Don't allow their lies to catch you. Do not allow them to control you. They will never stop. You see the enemy we are up against. They are ready to fight until the last. And you must be prepared also to fight likewise. You must be prepared. Whatever thing you are seeing or you're hearing today, don't let it demoralize you. What is happening today is bound to happen. And it is not only in Biafran struggle that is happening, it has happened in so many struggles in this planet. Human beings are that way. Human beings are that way. When there is a vacuum, there will always be this kind of problem. It will always come. But what matters is how you manage the problem. We have passed through this stage before, during the time of Mazen Nandekano, and we were able to come out of it. We are still going to come out of this one sooner than later. We are going to come out of this one. But the only thing you have to do is to continue to stand firm. Be resolute. And do not allow anybody to distract you or deceive you. Wherever you are joining this program from, it is Sunday. And I know that Sunday is a very important day, a day that Biafrans come together. Those who are Christians worship. Even if you are not Christian, those who are not Christians, they stay at their homes and they attend their church services and other programs. So I wouldn't take much of your time. As I said, I only come along to remind you of the programs ahead. Most importantly, tomorrow, sit at home. It continues and there's no going back. And again, on the voice note that they are sharing and moving around, ignore it. It is one of those propaganda. As I said before, when you see such kind of voice note, they said a lawyer. The first thing I was trying to hear is, oh, Mazi Simon Eko was not the one that made Dr. NgoziOrabueze a surrogate. Or you say, oh, that note, that letter, that note that was, that chart that was where the said Ogenkere was added and other people, 4 other people were added with the Deputy Prime Minister. And she was introduced as the surrogate. You first of all come and debunk and say that is not true. Then I will now begin to listen and begin to look at it. But I don't even need Master Samuel to tell me that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is his surrogate before I will know. I don't have to wait for him to say it. Because just like that voice note was saying about structure, the structure on ground stipulates with the structure on the ground, even a deaf and dumb, even if you are in the cabinet or you are not, the structure on the ground, the way it is, when you look at it, you understand that the next person in line is Dr. NgoziOrabueze. That is why you see even the media of the zoo recognize that fact. The media of zoo is reporting her as the second in command that she took over. If the media of the zoo can recognize her, how much more you that is in the struggle? That is why you see interviews, any group that want to interview, it is her they call. They call her attention for the interview. Every media network, how many media have you seen they invited that one they call, whatever they call him? How many people have invited him? Because they know he's irrelevant. Even the Zoom media are not calling his name. They know he's irrelevant. But the Zoom media already, each time they introduce as somebody who is replacing somebody, they already know, they mention Dr. NgoziOrabueze as a replacement. Go to most of the media news, they say a lady has already taken over and replaced her. If they can understand the structure, if people outside the Biafran structure can understand the structure, how much more you that is a Biafran? Why are you getting confused? Why are you getting confused? If outsiders could understand the structure from distance, because it is not, it's not difficult. All you need to do is to look at the list of how things are operating. Those who are following the event, you look at the event. You look at the ranking of the officers and officers. The chief of staff comes second after the prime minister. In the hierarchy of office in this very restoration of Biafra, under the prime minister, Simon Ekpa, In the United States of Biafra, the COS comes second in ranking. There's no debate about that. And if outsiders know so, the zoo knows so, then I ask you, if they know, why is it difficult for you to understand that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is the next in line? The only reason is because you are not sincere to yourself. The next reason is because you are greedy, envious, and jealous. Some of them, their reason is because they believe that a woman cannot be a leader. They cannot be led by a woman. They do not believe that a woman has what it takes to do the job of Biafra. But that is a lie. We have seen women be the presidents of countries and they run more than 1 tenor, 2 tenor, and they were able to do it, and they did it very well. So if anybody telling you that a woman is not fit to run an organization, it is a lie. They can. There are women who are even much more stronger than men. There are women who are stronger than men. Why are you allowing these sentiments to occupy your head? And this sentiment has been there for a very long time. It was there during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There are some group of idiots that hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu simply because of where he came from. How can somebody from Afaruku come and say he wants to be the leader of the Biafran people? They hated him just because of that. Some of them say he's too young. How can that small boy come and claim to be the leader of Biafran people? He cannot lead us because of his age. They talk down on him. Some of people hated him because he's an Igbo man. Oh, why these Igbo people again? So these are sentiments. It is not that he is not qualified to do the job. It is not that he doesn't know what he's doing. But because of some personal sentiment that people have, they decide to go against him. It happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And even Mazi Simon Ekpa, it happened even worse. Some people didn't want to support Mazi Simon Ekpa simply because of where he came from. Some called him Mwapuda. At the end of the day, the Mwapuda was sold for 4.5 million. And somebody bought it. That name. Some hated him because of where he came from. They say, how can a man from Eboyi be the leader of the Biafrans? Who are the Eboyi people? How can an Abakaleke man be the leader of Biafra? How can this short man be the leader of Biafra? How can this man that joined yesterday be the leader of Biafra? These are the sentiments they are presenting, and none of them is presenting a logical argument to say he is not qualified. The only logical argument you can present to Biafra is this man is not qualified, and you tell us why he is not qualified. Is it that he is not knowledgeable? Is it that he doesn't have the contact and connections? Is it that he doesn't know what he's doing? In the things that matters in leadership, he is more than equal to the task. He is educated, he is connected, he is legitimate, and he is genuine. The same thing today in Dr. NgoziOrabueze, they are fighting her because she's a woman. How can a woman be in the aim of affairs? That is just the problem. Not that she is not up to the water's task. And you don't choose a leader based on a woman. No, that is not what it is. The leader of a nation can be either a male or female. Then when you look at her qualifications, is she not educated enough? She is. Is she not connected enough? She is. Is she not genuine enough? She is. So why would anybody anywhere come and begin to insinuate and tell something different? Owen Palace, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me, Owen Palace. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for joining. So my beloved brothers and sisters, wherever you are, please try to be focused. Machi Bose, thank you so much for joining. Machi Bose, I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the program. I appreciate you. Mayor African, I appreciate you also. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, please, If you are in this program, like the program and share it. Don't just keep it to yourself. I have said it time and time again that the social media network doesn't want people to hear us. It is you that will help me to pass this message. In the time of radical evangelism, that is the time we are in, you have to play your own part. Help us to push this message to the highest level. Nobody's going to do it for us except you. We must push this message to the level that they can't stop it. The more they try to stop us, the more we move faster. The more they try to stop us, the more we make waves. They are trying everything to stop us, but we won't allow them. You're welcome, Jerry Weibo. Thank you so much for joining. Jerry, I appreciate you. So please, as you join the platform, like the program and share it on your own platform. Share it in any WhatsApp group where you belong. Share it to family and friends. You never can tell who is going to hear our voice because our voice must be heard. We must continue to educate Biafrans far and wide, any place they are. Education is very important. Many people are underinformed. That is why they are easily swayed away. It is not that is different from what we are saying now, but we have to keep reminding people of what have been said and what is not. We have to keep reminding people. There are people that have short memories, and because of them, we must come every now and again to remind people. It's a daily thing that I have signed up for. I have signed up to be speaking about Biafra on daily basis. I am not being paid by anybody. I don't receive salary from anybody. I'm doing it on my own. I spend my own time and spend my own money to make sure I have data and keep up to the message daily. Post videos. Sometimes I post videos 6 times a day. I broadcast 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day. Anytime I have opportunity to speak about Biafra, I do. I don't blog any other thing apart from Biafra. Issue of Biafra, that is where I focus. It is something I have signed up for, and I will continue to do it. I will continue to do it. Not because somebody told me to do it, not because of any interest, not because of anybody, but because it is something that concerns me, and that is where my future lies. That is where the future of my children lies. That is where the future of my generation unborn lies. And if we must continue to live and allow our generation to live, we must do everything humanly possible to defend and protect the United States of Biafra. I am doing my own little part. Do yours, and Chukwu Okukari and God and protect you. Chioma Nwachukwu, thank you so much for joining. Chioma Nwachukwu, I appreciate you, Chioma. Thank you for joining us on this evening program. So every one of us have connected. Please don't watch alone. Share to someone else as you are watching so that our voice will be heard. Tomorrow is Monday. Sit at home. And while the sit at home is going on, remember tomorrow is Donald Trump inauguration. And we are expecting the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, to grace that event tomorrow. So we are going to be waiting and watching the update that's going to come out tomorrow from the inauguration of Donald Trump tomorrow. It is a very important event. We have waited for it for a very long time. We have suffered and died because of this. And we will continue to do what we have to do. And we believe in these 4 years of Donald Trump, something is going to happen in the issue of Biafra. With these 4 years of Donald Trump, before it ends, Donald Trump is somebody who has a prior knowledge of what is going on in Nigeria. In the past time when he was in power, he was the person that challenged Buhari face to face and asked him, why are you killing Christians in your country? The only man who has been able to pose that question to the Nigerian government face to face. So he's somebody who knows about Nigeria and the evil that is happening in Nigeria. He knows that the Nigerian government is a terrorist government. That was why he put a ban on them. He put a ban on them when he was in power. Then the Democrat, Biden, and some other fellow criminals, they came and removed it. And I know and I pray that he's going to put Nigeria back to where they deserve. Biafrans, we are going to have a voice this time. It cannot be business as usual. It cannot be business as usual. We will have a voice this time. Tomorrow is a very important day. Every one of us, those who are still in their church, because I know some people are still in church, like people in the United States, they are still in church now. And some people even in Nigeria, people who are in Europe are still in church there. But those in Asia, we have gone already, and many have come back already. And some are already sleeping. Australia, some of them have already slept, and they are no longer here. So anybody who is still in the church, or people who are still going to go this morning, please pray for the inauguration of Donald Trump tomorrow. Pray for the protection of our Biafran people, and also pray for the sit at home that's going to happen tomorrow. Be very careful. Try to be security conscious at all time. In Biafra land, you must, it is a must, you must be security conscious. Be security conscious. Anything you do, anywhere you go, you must be very careful, because it is not business as usual. You and I are the strength and hope of the United States of Biafra. The event that is going to happen tomorrow is also our hope for the United States of Biafra. We believe that this event of tomorrow, the inauguration of Donald Trump, is going to bring a positive thing to us. We believe it's going to come out positive for us. We pray so. And we will continue to keep our hope high, because Chukwu Okike Abiama has a way of doing his things. We cannot do it on our own. The people we are fighting against, they have all the money. They have all the contacts. They have everything. But what do we have? Only Chukwu Okike Abiama is what we have. And we will never give up. By the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama, we shall overcome. Our faith is strong that the United States of Biafra has come to stay. Our hope is that Chukwu Okike Abiama, who liveth in heaven, will fulfill his promise to his children. And our strength is Chukwu Okike Abiama. That is where we lie. Our strength lies in Chukwu Okike Abiama. Our hope lies in Chukwu Okike Abiama. And our faith is in him. It doesn't matter how you are making your prayer, whether in traditional manner, whether in Jewish way, or as a Christian. However you know you can conduct your prayer, the most important thing is that every one of us believe that Chukwu Okike Abiama has the final say. And with that belief that we have, we shall overcome. I appreciate everyone that have been with me on this program. Thank you so much for joining this program. Thank you so much for being part of this program today. I appreciate you, and I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect us. Remember, tomorrow is sit at home. Join the sit at home tomorrow. If you are in Biafra land, please reach out to people around you and tell them to stay at home. It is much more dangerous now than before. The whole place has been ravaged and taken over. And the propagandists who are trying to tarnish the image of the Biafran people will continue to decimate lives. Be very careful. Don't make yourself a prey to them. Don't make yourself a willing tool in the hand of the enemies. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every Biafran wherever we are, and we shall be victorious. I pray for our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, for God's protection, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for God's protection, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I pray for our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for revelation, for protection, for wisdom, from knowledge and understanding. I pray that no weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I appreciate every one of you that have played a role on today's program. Please like and share if you have not done so. I will see you again tomorrow. As always, our morning program, remember, only in that morning program you can come on stage and then share views. In morning program, I post a link and people can come in and add up. If you have any question, tomorrow morning, 9 p.m. tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. tomorrow, join me. If you have any question whatsoever, if you have any contribution to make or any prayer to say, 9 a.m. tomorrow, try to join us. Let us kick it off tomorrow together, and let us pass the message to the world. Thank you so much for listening, and stay blessed.